This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2017 KZ Connect, model number 303RL. Okay, so this is not a floor plan video or a sales video. This is a how-to video, so I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work. So we can start off right here at the rear, door side rear. So you have power stabilizer jacks. One switch controls the left and, both the left and the right, or door side and off door side. And then there's another switch up front that controls both front jacks. Now, right here is a quick connect fitting for the LP system. So if you want to hang your grill here, you can plug it in right there. So it'll tap right into the system. Moving forward, you have slide topper, power awning with LED lights. These are TV hookups here. You got a bracket and signal out and power, of course. Outside speakers. This is the front stabilizer switch here. Inside your pass-through, this is your 50 amp 30-foot cable, your power cord, short cord, and you also get a reducer with it to reduce it down. This red knob switch here, that's for the kill switch for the battery, so you can shut the battery off right there if you need to. This is just a hookup for if you wanted to purchase a solar panel to charge the battery, you could plug it in right there. Okay, so you have power tongue jack, of course, and you can also crank this manually by removing this plug if you need to. You've got two LP tanks that are full, plus a deep cycle marine battery. Let me see if I got this on here, so when we get inside. Okay. Right now we're winterized, so I was just looking at it here, and we're set up. It's got antifreeze in the system. The water heater is bypassed and empty, so keep that in mind. Make sure you fill it up before you turn on either the gas or the electric on it. Okay. Well, right here we have your city water hookup right here. And then of course we have your fresh water tank fill right here. So 9 times out of 10 you're going to be using city water, right, like this. But if you don't have plumbing at the campsite, you can pre-fill your tank here and use the onboard pump to pump the water. So you'll be able to have water in both situations. This is where your 50 amp power cord hooks up to. Here's dump valves. Black is obviously toilet water and waste. Gray is sink and shower water. Now after you dump the black tank, you can leave the valve open, and this is a black tank flush here. You can put the hose right there on it at the dump station, turn it on, it'll spray out the inside of the tank, clean off the sensors, that sort of thing. Just make sure you have the black tank valve open before you turn on the water. Okay, this is your water heater on the outside. You have switch inside. I'll show you that when we get to it. Okay, cable and satellite through. You have a fold down rack for storage if you want to strap some totes to it or whatever you want to do with it. This is pre-wired for a backup camera, as you can see. This is a Furrion hookup, so if you ever wanted to add a backup camera, it goes right there. And you have a ladder, which is good. It makes it easy to inspect the roof. The manufacturer states that every 90 days you should have someone go up there and inspect it. Okay, so let's go inside. See what we have in here. Okay, so obviously light switches. Your thermostat is just an analog thermostat. Try to always keep the fan on auto, and then you can just obviously it's self-evident. 1 click to the right is heat, 2 clicks to the left is fan, and then 3 is cool. The fan is just the air conditioner running without the compressor. All right, these are your this is your power awning switch here. Never leave the awning out unattended. Always roll it in if you're not going to be at the campsite. Then you have your 3 slide rooms here. Okay? And keys right there, of course. So moving around, obviously a microwave. Works like any other microwave. Your range hood with a fan and a light. Okay, your cooktop or range. Now the gas was off, so it might take a little sparking to get it to light when you, because there'll be air in the line, but we'll give it a shot. Oh no, it worked right off the bat. So you have 3 burners and 3 knobs. Okay. Then this is the sparker. You spark it clockwise or you turn it clockwise to spark. This is your oven knob here. Now, let me look and see if how this one works before I go any farther. Yeah, so this oven you have to light with a grill lighter, something with a long neck. The pilot light is all the way to the back on the bottom there. You can sort of see it there. Okay, so what you do is you put this to pilot, and then you depress it and keep it depressed. Then with the other hand, you light the pilot light. After it lights, you just hold this in for another 10 seconds or so to heat up the thermocouple. Then you go to whatever temperature you want, right? Now when you shut it off, the flame goes out, but so does the pilot light. So you really have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. The oven, I would say, has never been used once. And if you look at these burners up here, if they've been used, it's barely. You don't see any telltale sign of them being used. On the grate, on the caps, nothing. So this is very lightly used. Okay, so your refrigerator is gas absorption, meaning it'll run on 110 AC, or it'll run on LP gas. So really it's very simple. You'll run it on auto. Auto means electric. So when you put it on auto, it'll always seek out electricity. Now, we couldn't find it because we're not plugged in right now. I'm running off the battery, so it automatically went to gas, right? Now, on the other, and to go a little farther with it, let's say it's a super hot day, you leave early in the morning from your campsite to go exploring for the day. An hour after you leave, the campground has a power outage. Well, it'll sense that, and it'll automatically switch over to gas for you so it don't spoil your food, which is a good thing. And then if you just want to dedicate it to gas, you can do it that way. But like I said, auto's the way to go. It always seeks out electricity. And of course, you're going to have this up as far as it goes almost always. If it's getting cool outside, you can back it off if you're having issues with it frosting up, but 9 times out of 10 you'll have it up all the way. Okay, so this is a hide-a-bed. Looks like new. You pull the cushions off, you grab it down here, just fold it out, drop the legs. It's very simple. You have theater seats or I believe these probably, let me see here. Yeah, it just has an extendable footrest on it, like a lazy boy. Alright. This table pulls out. Everything looks like new in here. You probably know that already because you looked it over. But always make sure you tie your chairs down when you're traveling, not to keep them from moving, but to keep them from bouncing around so they don't, break something or put a dent in something. Alright. So TV works like every other TV. Your radio / sound or / disc player, I should say, it plays CDs and DVDs right there. You've got a USB. You can stream off the USB. It has AM FM radio, and it has Bluetooth, so you can stream from your phone or your tablet. And also has 2 speaker zones. Zone 1 is inside the trailer. Zone 2 is outside the trailer. Okay. Let me look down here to see what we have. That's just a USB charger. Now this has a swing out bracket, which is good. I just want to show you that there's a signal booster back here that should always be on. So let me just get around here. You can see how that's red. It should always be red when you're using the antenna. You can shut it off, but you won't get a good picture. This is the signal booster, so you always want it on like that when you're using the antenna. And this is a really good bracket. This was probably installed at the factory. It's a scissor bracket, plus it locks into place, which is what you want. That way you don't have to use a strap on it. I can't push it back in with one hand right now, so you have to take my word for it, but it'll snap into place. Okay, so let me look around, see what else we have here, if I left anything out in this room. All the heat comes out of the floor, all the AC comes out of the ceiling, of course. Alright, let's move up, down to the bathroom. Okay, so these are your levels here. So you have your water pump here. The water pump is used to pump fresh water out of the freshwater tank if you don't have plumbing on the campsite. It's also used to winterize the trailer. Right now the trailer is winterized. The water heater's empty. Like I said, it's bypassed and there's antifreeze in the system. So to light your water heater on on gas is like that. Light on electric is right like that. Never run the water heater without water in it. So make sure when you winter or summerize or de-winterize, whichever term you use, the trailer, you get ready to camp in it, make sure you fill the water tank up before you turn on either energy source. And then you have your levels, of course. Battery, black, gray, fresh, they're all empty. They graduate up in 1/3 increments, so once you get past 2/3, you got to start thinking about dumping the gray and black tank. This is a GFCI. Remember, all the plugs in the trailer, even the one on the outside, are wired through a GFCI, so you're always going to set it inside. If you're using a coffee pot outside and it popped, you'd reset it inside, of course. Fan, always use the fan with the shower to take the humidity out. Let me open this up so I can take a look here. Yeah, this is like new. I know I've said it several times, but you can hardly tell the difference between a brand new one and this one. Now the toilet, it's antifreeze in there, obviously. The black tank is directly below, right down there. So you always got to remember you have to have chemical in this and water in it before you use it. So when you pull into the campground, you hook up your power and your water, you'll come inside, you'll put 1 dose of chemical in the bowl. You'll step on the pedal and hold it down till you put about 1 gallon or so of water. Some people use more, it's up to you. But you want at least 1 gallon of water in there plus chemical. Otherwise the smell will be terrible and it can get clogged up. So you never use it dry. If you do, you do it once anyway, because it's not something you'll do twice anyway. So keep that in mind. You have some storage underneath the bed. This we came with it. You can do what you please with it. Just a foam thing. You got your wardrobe over there. Another TV here, of course. And I'm looking to see if the bracket, I can't see from back here if it locks or not, but your emergency window is right here. You just push it through, and you get it right here. You push it all the way through, and you push the handle all the way through. Then you grab a hold of this knob and pull the screen out, and out you go. Perfect flip and a perfect landing. So you can use that during an emergency, of course. Alright, so let me go back, see what we have here. Let me shut this so it doesn't clang around here when they're moving it to the display area. So you have slide out, you have slide toppers, like I said. Keep in mind that you could strap these down if you want. Looks like they didn't when they travel because the slide out sort of holds them in place. Make sure they're in this position or you get them squished in the slide out, obviously. Okay. These people like to use Irish Spring soap and dryer sheets, which you see quite a bit. It's supposed to repel mice, whatever. So, okay. So remember, first of all, I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Second of all, keep in mind what I said about inspecting the roof and the seals. You always want to do that, every 90 days or 2-3 times a summer, whatever. You just keep it ahead of things in case some road debris flies up there and damages your one of the roof attachments or the roofing material. And if you get some separation at the caulk or sealant, you always want to be ahead of that. So you inspect it regularly. Odds are you won't have to do anything for years. But you don't know. That's why it's good to inspect it. And the other thing I want to tell you is that it's like I stated earlier, it is winterized, so the water heater's empty, it's bypassed, and there's antifreeze in the system. Okay? Thank you very much.